The latest activities that we have done within the Open IPTV Forum is very much focused on providing or going into our next release 2 of the Open IPTV Forum specifications. We also had some management maintenance on our release 1 specifications, and also moving into more, going into real wear of our specifications, how our members are using our specification set, more or less. In that perspective, you have to think about how to make our forum more commercial valuable, and we can do that by several mechanisms. One of the mechanisms is by stimulating the industry by doing interoperability events and certification. So the interoperability that we had last time is in November in 2009. We had that in Berlin, and we worked on certain use cases that the Open IPTV Forum members could contribute with their own products. So in that respect, we had our set-top boxes, TV sets, PC environment connected towards the middleware, and did several interop events. And we had multiple middleware providers there, so it was really a testing of the CPE equipment, not only with one middleware provider, but with multiple. So that was a great exercise. And then, of course, when it comes to stimulating the industry to provide the services, there is really to go into the certification mode of the consumer equipment. And here we are already driving a certification program that hopefully we will somewhere after the summertime could have, give first insights how that certification program will look like. But this is really to stimulate a horizontal retail market, so that I can buy my equipment, like for instance from Media Market or whoever the retail industry is there, to provide solutions. And I think that will stimulate the IPTV growth that we would like to see happen. We have several new type of members in our forum. Mainly we have now attracted, attention from the APAC region. So I see more and more signals coming up that the service providers within the Asia-Pacific region to become a member of the forum. We have quite some good examples already now. You can look on our website and you see immediately, the important APAC service providers are there. But we see more and more happening in that area. Another area that is quite important to highlight here is also that we see also attraction now from the cable industry. So there are cable operators that are becoming part of the Open IPTV Forum. And again, you can see that on the website who they are. And I think that is a good movement in that direction to get more, telco and cable, movement into the IPTV TV service provisioning. We have, in our work, we have addressed quite several business models that could be deployed in launching, IPTV services. One of them is, of course, what we call over-the-top or open internet, as it is referred within the Open IPTV Forum, where you could, address hybrid end devices working on streaming from the broadcasters and enhancing that with IP connectivity for the interactive services, etc. So that is one of the areas that we have created our own profile. Then we have also, the drive into managed service provisioning, which is also addressing, from the basic mechanisms that needs to be in place towards more enhanced mechanisms. So we have 2 different profiles in that perspective, which increase in features or functionality, as you would say. Here in this IPTV World Forum here in London, we are doing several demonstrations. There are 7 members in Open IPTV Forum booth that do 3 types of different demonstrations. So here you see also the interoperability aspect, because members are joining to doing a demonstration together. There are in total around 20 members on the exhibition floor, so you can see that there's already quite some commitment from the forum to this type of events. But we're also trying to address also certain deployment projects as well, which will happen, by end of this year. And I hope that I can report that on the status update next year, I would say.